Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Shaheen Ahmed. Welcome to the chemistry classes. Today we are going to study class 12 chemistry chapter chemical kinetics and a new topic integrated rate equations and Arrhenius equation. So let us understand. Already we have studied in brief about the zero order reaction and about the first order reaction. Today we will study something in detail about the zero order reaction and about the first order reaction. Actually we will make some expressions by which we will try to calculate the time period as well as the value of the rate constant based on the zero order reaction as well as first order reaction. So first I am taking the integration of zero order reaction followed by the integration of the first order reaction. So you see, I have written first the integrated rate equations. So first the integration of the zero order reaction. How it is done? Consider a reaction. A is the reactant converting into the product. When a reaction is zero order, we write rate is directly proportional to a की power 0, and this a power 0 that represents the zero order reaction. When we remove the directly proportional, we always put a constant, then we get the expression rate is equal to k a power 0. Now see, rate here we take in terms of instantaneous reaction rate. That already we have studied in my previous video. I have told you instantaneous reaction rate is written in terms of dx upon dt, and if we are taking the reactant, then in place of instantaneous reaction rate we write minus d upon dt. This is minute change in concentration in minute time, and since A is the reactant, so we put the negative sign. So minute change in concentration in minute time, that is written in terms of instantaneous reaction rate. Now in place of this rate we will write minus d upon dt. Now you see, putting this value into this equation, we get minus d upon dt is equal to k a power 0, and a की power 0 that is equal to 1. So it will be minus d upon dt is equal to k. So you will get the expression minus d upon dt is equal to k, that is called differential rate law. So one more question, write the differential rate law for zero order reaction. Then you have to write minus d upon dt is equal to k. Now we go further. See, the same expression we can write in this way also, minus dA is equal to k dt, or negative we put this side, then dA is equal to minus k dt. Now what we have to do, we have to integrate both the sides. This side and this side, both the sides we are integrating. So see, this is the integration sign, and after the integration we get an expression A is equal to minus kt plus I. Those who are math students, they can easily understand and they can calculate also at home. When we integrate this expression, then we get A is equal to minus kt plus I. And bio student, this step you learn by heart, it is better. So A is equal to minus kt plus I. After integration we get this. Here A is called concentration of the reactant A at time t. K is called rate constant, T is called time, and I is called integration constant. We cannot go further until we remove this I, and that is called integration constant. And how we have to remove this? The whole expression you see, this is the time and this is the A. When we consider any reaction at time t means after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes, then whatever is the concentration of the reactant A, that is taken as this way, A and square bracket. Square bracket means concentration of reactant A at time t. Now we will consider the equation at time 0, when the reaction is not started at all. And when the reaction is not started, then time t that we take 0, and we write, see, when the time is taken 0, then this A that becomes A initial. A initial means initial concentration of the reactant A. Again I am telling you, when time is taken 0, this is the time, and when time is taken 0, we always take initial concentration. This is the initial concentration A, and this lower right side we write 0, A initial. So at time 0, this is A initial. When reaction is considered at time t, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then the concentration of A, that is written in this way. So A initial is equal to minus K, time is 0 plus I. So this is 0, overall this becomes 0, then I is equal to A initial. And this value of I, that is A initial, we put here. Then we get the expression. You see here, A is equal to minus Kt plus A initial. Now we solve this further. See, Kt is negative, we bring this side. Kt is equal to A initial, A you bring this side. Kt is equal to A initial minus A. Now, K is equal to A initial minus A upon T. See, in this whole expression, this K is called rate constant for zero order reaction. T is the time. This is called initial concentration of the reactant A, and this is called concentration of the reactant A after time T. And this expression which we are writing, that is called integrated rate law. So one more question was, write the differential rate law for the zero order reaction, and this is called integrated rate law for zero order reaction. So finally we get this, and in the numericals what will be asked to you, either the rate constant for zero order reaction or the time for zero order reaction. So K will be equal to A initial minus A upon T. If you bring T this side, then T is equal to A initial minus A upon K. So this is the expression which we will use for the different types of numericals, and those numericals which will be based on zero order reaction. Now we calculate the another expression, and we drive another expression for T half. And first I tell you what is the T half. It is the total time used by the reactant to become half from its initial value. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम मान लेते हैं कि कोई कंसंट्रेशन सपोज 50 मोल पर लीटर, हम कोई कंसंट्रेशन लेते हैं, द रिएक्शन इज प्रोसीडिंग, एंड आफ्टर 20 मिनट्स द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट ए हैज बिकम 25. इट मीन्स फ्रॉम 50 टू 25. तो किसी भी कंसंट्रेशन का अपने इनिशियल अमाउंट से आधा अमाउंट होने में जो टाइम रिक्वायर्ड होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड टी हाफ. फिर से सुन लीजिए, फ्रॉम द इनिशियल वैल्यू हाफ वैल्यू होने तक जो भी टाइम लगता है उसको टी हाफ कहते हैं. एग्जैक्टली एट टी हाफ क्या होता है, हाफ ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट हैज बीन रिएक्टेड एंड हाफ इज लेफ्ट. जैसे किसी रिएक्शन में आप लोग कोई सब्सटेंस देते हैं 100 ग्राम, तो एग्जैक्टली टी हाफ पर क्या होगा, 50 ग्राम रिएक्ट कर चुका होगा और 50 ग्राम बचा होगा. ऐसे ही कंसंट्रेशन है, अगर 50 मोल पर लीटर यू आर टेकिंग, तो एग्जैक्टली टी हाफ पर क्या होगा, जो 25 मोल पर लीटर वो आपका रिएक्ट हो जाएगा, और जो 25 मोल पर लीटर दैट विल बी लेफ्ट एज इट इज. नाउ हाफ लाइफ फॉर जीरो ऑर्डर रिएक्शन. देखिए, this expression we have just derived, K is equal to A initial minus A upon T. Then T is equal to A initial minus A upon K. Now in place of T, I write T half. और अभी हमने आपको बताया था T half is equal to, ये तो आपका A initial ही है, और ये कहलाता है concentration of reactant A after time T. If the initial concentration is taken as this A initial, so what will be the value of A at exactly T half? इसका मतलब आधा. किसका आधा? इनिशियल का आधा. हाफ ऑफ द इनिशियल वैल्यू. अगर ये आपका इनिशियल है तो ये जो ए है दैट विल बी ए इनिशियल बाई 2. अगर ये 100 है तो 50 रिएक्ट करेगा और 50 बचेगा. टी हाफ पर जो वैल्यू बचती है वो कहलाता है ए. तो दिस इज ए इनिशियल एंड दिस इज ए इनिशियल बाई 2. दिस इज 1 फुल इनिशियल, दिस इज ए इनिशियल अपॉन 2. तो 1 फुल इनिशियल माइनस हाफ initial, then what is left? Half initial, meaning A initial by 2. So this is A initial by 2. So we get the expression T half is equal to A initial upon 2K. Now, in this the important thing, this 2 is constant, K is also constant. Both the things are constant. So we write T half is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant A, and that is very important for zero order reaction. जो value of the T half है, it is directly proportional to the initial concentration of reactant, और T half is inversely proportional to this K. So this keep in the mind. in the zero order reaction, the value of the T half is directly proportional to the initial concentration of the reactant. So these are the two expressions we have derived for the zero order reaction to calculate the value of K, value of T, as well as the value of T half. Now we will study the integration of the first order reaction. Few steps will be same, only in place of zero order we will use first order. See, integration of the first order reaction. This is the reactant A converting into the product. So rate is equal to Ka, or in place of rate just now I told you what do we write, minus d upon dt is equal to Ka. वहाँ पर A जो था वो जीरो ऑर्डर था तो हमने उसको इक्वल टू 1 कर दिया था, बट हियर A की पावर इज नॉट जीरो, सो वी राइट एज इट इज दिस माइनस डी ए को आप इधर ले लिए, माइनस डी अपॉन ए इज इक्वल टू के डी टी. सी अगेन, माइनस डी अपॉन ए इज इक्वल टू के डी टी. दिस एक्सप्रेशन इज कॉल्ड डिफरेंशियल रेट लॉ फॉर फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रिएक्शन. नाउ वी गो फर्दर. Both the sides we integrate, and when we integrate both the sides, then we get this expression minus ln A is equal to Kt plus I. वहाँ पर हमको क्या मिला था, A is equal to Kt plus I in the zero order reaction, but here in the first order reaction we are getting minus ln A is equal to Kt plus I, and this is ln is called natural log, and remember 1 ln is equal to 2.303 log. एक होता है नेचुरल लॉग और एक होता है कॉमन लॉग. द नेचुरल लॉग दैट इज ln एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू 2.303 लॉग. तो माइनस ln इज इक्वल टू Kt प्लस I, एंड आई टोल्ड यू in the zero order we cannot go further until we remove this I. And how do we remove this I? We assume the reaction at t0. T0 means when the reaction is not started at all. So time is taking 0. So the same expression we write in place of t, what we have to write? 0. And when the t is 0, this A that becomes A initial. जब टाइम 0 होता है तो ये A जो होता है A initial होता है. Again I am telling you, this is the initial concentration of the reactant A, and this is the concentration of reactant A at any time t after starting the reaction. So minus ln A initial is equal to K into 0 plus I. This become 0. So I is equal to minus ln A initial. This value of I that we put here, then what you get here, minus ln A is equal to Kt, और फिर I की जगह पर जब ये रखेंगे minus ln A initial, you will get this expression. देखिए minus ln A is equal to Kt minus ln A initial. अब इसको लेफ्ट राइट करना है. This negative we bring this side, this negative we bring this side. तो ln A initial is equal to Kt and this comes this side ln A. अब दोनों A और A we bring together. तो ln A initial minus ln A is equal to Kt. तो Kt is equal to same thing we write this side. Kt is equal to ln A minus ln A initial minus ln A, and this is called integrated rate law. So one mark question, differential rate law for the first order reaction. Next one more question, one mark question, integrated rate law for first order reaction. Now what we have to do, K we leave it as it is, T we bring this side. So K is equal to 1 upon T ln A initial upon A. And already I have told you 1 ln is equal to 2.303 log. That we write here. K is equal to 1 upon T into 2.303 log A initial upon A. 1 ln is equal to 2.303 log. In a simple form, if we write K is equal to 2.303 upon T log A initial upon A. So this is the expression which we use for those type of numericals which are based on the first order reaction for finding the value of the rate constant K and the time required for the first order reaction. Now we derive an expression for the value of T half for first order reaction. Now see. This is the expression K is equal to 2.303 upon T log. Suppose initial concentration of the reactant is A. Small a is the initial concentration, or A minus X is the remaining part और X is the consumed part. जैसे मान लीजिए आपने 100 ग्राम of the substance you are taking, So that 100 gram, that will be A. Reaction proceed की 30 ग्राम रिएक्ट कर गया. If the 30 gram is reacted, तो जो reacted part है that will be X. X is called consumed part. और A minus X is called left part. If this is 100, तो this will be 100 minus 30. So what do you get? 70 as a whole. A is called initial concentration of the reactant. A minus X as a whole is called left part after time t. जैसे हम लोग लिखते हैं ना A इनिशियल अपॉन A, तो जो A इनिशियल है वो है स्मॉल a, और जो डाउन साइड वी आर राइटिंग कैपिटल A इन स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट, वो आपका पूरा है A माइनस एक्स, और जिसमें जो X है वो आपका कंज्यूम पार्ट है. फिर से सुन लीजिए, इफ दिस इज 100, 30 ग्राम रिएक्ट कर गया तो X विल बी इक्वल टू 30. तो बचा कितना? A माइनस एक्स कितना हुआ? 100 माइनस 30, दैट इज 70. आगे देखिए, तो वी आर राइटिंग t इज इक्वल टू 2.303, t को इधर ले लिए, k को इधर ले लिए, t इज इक्वल टू 2.303 अपॉन k log a अपॉन a माइनस एक्स. और जैसे हम लोग t की जगह t हाफ लिखते हैं, द थिंग्स आर चेंज हियर. अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, एग्जैक्टली एट t half of the amount of the reactant from initial value that has been reacted and half is left. अगर 100 ग्राम आप कोई रिएक्टेंट लेके चले हैं तो एग्जैक्टली टी हाफ पर 50 ग्राम रिएक्ट कर चुका होगा, 50 ग्राम बचेगा. हाफ अमाउंट वुड बी रिएक्टेड एंड हाफ विल बी लेफ्ट. नाउ व्हेन वी आर राइटिंग इन प्लेस ऑफ टी, वी आर राइटिंग टी हाफ, द होल एक्सप्रेशन विल बी चेंज्ड. So T half is equal to 2.303 upon K log A initial, और in place of A minus X what we have to write? X is called consumed part, और exactly T half पर जो consumed part होता है वो कितना होता है? हाफ. लेकिन किसका हाफ? इनिशियल का हाफ. तो X will be called as A by 2. A is the initial, X is the consumed part, that is A by 2. Now what is left here? A was initial, A minus A by 2. तो A minus A by 2 में बचा क्या? A by 2. ये आपका था 100, ये था 100, ये 100 और 50 आपका रिएक्ट कर गया, बचा कितना? 50. अब देखिए, a अपॉन a माइनस ए बाई 2, a माइनस ए बाई 2 में क्या बचेगा? a बाई 2. 2 को ऊपर ले लिए, a से a कैंसिल, देन यू विल गेट द एक्सप्रेशन t हाफ इज इक्वल टू 2.303 अपॉन k log 2, और log 2 की वैल्यू फिक्स होती है, दैट इज 0.3010. व्हेन वी मल्टीप्लाई दिस, देन यू विल गेट T half is equal to 0.693 upon K, and this is the expression for the T half for first order reaction. When we need to calculate the half life for the first order process, first order reaction, then we use this expression. In a little simple way, you can try to understand, if the reactant is A and this is the product P, when the time is 0, the initial concentration is taken as small a, and when the time is 0, the product is always taken as 0, because the reaction is not started at all. When the reaction is not started, product cannot be formed. So when the time is 0, the initial concentration of the reactant is small a and the product is 0. Now at time t means after 10 minutes, after 5 minutes, after 30 minutes, whatever. तो जो after time t है, जो बचा हुआ पार्ट है, that will be a minus x, और ये क्या है आपका? प्रोडक्ट फॉर्म, एंड प्रोडक्ट इज ऑलवेज फॉर्म फ्रॉम द रिएक्टेड पार्ट ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट. ए था इनिशियल, एक्स है आपका रिएक्टेड पार्ट, और जो रिएक्टेड पार्ट है उसी से बनता है प्रोडक्ट. तो ए है इनिशियल, एक्स है रिएक्टेड पार्ट, तो रिमेनिंग पार्ट हो गया ए माइनस एक्स, और ये आपका हो गया प्रोडक्ट फॉर्मेशन. एग्जैक्टली टी यहाँ पर क्या होगा? ये जो A है दैट विल रिमेन एज इट इज, लेकिन जो X है रिएक्टेड पार्ट कितना? हाफ. किसका हाफ? इनिशियल का. तो A बाई 2, तो A माइनस A बाई 2, और जो रिएक्टेड पार्ट है उसी से बनता है प्रोडक्ट, दैट इज A बाई 2. आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू यू. नाउ इन टुडेज सेशन वी हैव स्टडीड द इंटीग्रेटेड रेट इक्वेशन for the zero order reaction and for the first order reaction, and we have studied the rate expression for the zero order and the value of the T half, as well as we have studied the rate expression for the first order and the T half value for the first order reaction. Thank you. Dear students, our next topic is collision theory of reaction rate. What this theory says? Actually, this theory says the reactants, when they react and they form the product, they react in only one condition, that the molecules of the reactant, they must collide to each other, and if they collide, then there is a breaking of the bond and there is a possibility of the formation of the product. So this theory says collisions are one of the factor to carry out the reaction. They are responsible to carry out a reaction and to form the product. If we see the definition, the molecules of the reaction rate reacts and give the product in only one condition, that they collide with each other. So they react together and they form the product in only one condition, that they collide. Collide means होता है टकराना, molecules का टकराना एक दूसरे से, that is called collision. Now one thing more, that is the collision frequency. And how do we define the collision frequency? The number of collisions that take per second per unit volume of the reaction mixture is known as collision frequency. Suppose we are taking the two reactant A and B, and A and B we are mixing to each other, then per unit volume or per second में जितने भी collisions होते हैं, they are called collision frequency. The collision frequency is defined as the number of collisions per unit volume and per second is called collision frequency. Now there is an expression for the collision frequency and the reaction rate. You see this? This is the expression, rate is equal to P ZAB exponential factor minus EA upon RT. So this is the rate, and this P, this is called orientation or steric or probability factor. What is ZAB? Z is called collision frequency of the reactant A and B. So ZAB is called collision frequency for the reactant A and B, and this is exponential factor minus EA upon RT. So one by one we define. P is called orientation or steric or probability factor. ZAB, that is represents the collision frequency of reactant A and B, and exponential factor minus E upon RT, what does it mean? It represents the fraction of molecules with energies equal to or greater than, this is EA, and it is called activation energy, and activation energy I will explain you at the last of this chapter. Our next topic is, and that is effective collisions. What is the mean of effective collisions? Actually, when the reactant, they react together and they form the product, they react in only one condition, if they collide to each other, and all the collisions are not effective. Those collisions which are responsible for the breaking of the bond of the reactant and which are responsible for the formation of the product, those type of collisions, they are called effective collision. Now we see the definition of the effective collisions. This is the definition of the effective collision. The collisions in which the molecules collide with sufficient kinetic energy called threshold energy. Threshold energy is that minimum amount of energy which is required for the reacting molecules to react. And proper orientation, जो molecules आपस में react करते हैं उनका orientation भी proper होना चाहिए, so as to facilitate breaking of bond between the reacting species and formation of the new bonds to form the product are called as effective collision. So this is the definition of the effective collision. Now we are taking the topic effect of temperature on rate constant as well as on rate of reaction. In the first video I told you when the reaction occurs in the lab, there are the various factors which are responsible to carry out the reaction. Few factors are there which affect the rate of reaction. There is, for example, concentration, temperature, pressure. So whenever a reaction goes on in the lab, these temperature, concentration, pressure, catalyst, they are the factors which affect the rate of reaction when the reaction goes on. So one point, that is about concentration, that already we have studied now till here, and that is finished. Effect of concentration on rate of reaction. Now I am taking the another point, and that is effect of temperature on rate constant or rate of reaction. So what is the effect of temperature? So there was a scientist named Arrhenius. He did so many experiments and finally afterwards he proved that if the temperature of a reacting mixture is increased by 10 Kelvin, the value of the rate constant that becomes double in most of the reaction and in some reaction nearly double. Let's say for example the temperature of a reacting mixture is 300 Kelvin. So at the 300 Kelvin reaction is going on and now we increase the temperature 10 Kelvin. The temperature becomes 310. At 310 the value of the rate constant for that reaction that becomes double in most of the reaction but in some reaction nearly double. So this idea was suggested and defined by the scientist Arrhenius and he gave a relationship to relate the temperature as well as constant and he made an equation and that is called Arrhenius equation. That is also one more question which comes in the exam, Arrhenius equation. So see what is the Arrhenius equation. This is K is equal to A and exponential factor minus EA upon RT. K is called rate constant. Exponential factor, abhi just now I told you, that is the fraction of the molecule whose energy is equal to or greater than activation energy. What is activation energy? I will let you know at the last of this chapter. Remember again, exponential factor minus E upon RT, this is the fraction of the molecule whose energy is equal to or greater than activation energy. And this is exponential factor, so this A, that is called pre-exponential factor. Before the exponential, the alphabet which is attached, that is called pre-exponential factor. Or it is also called as constant of proportionality. Either we say as constant of proportionality, frequency factor or pre-exponential factor. We can call it by three names. EA is called activation energy, that I will let you know afterwards. R is called gas constant and T is called absolute temperature. Now in this Arrhenius equation, what the Arrhenius did, he related the two things together. One is the rate constant and the second is temperature. And he described the effect of temperature on rate constant. So he related these two things. One is the K and one is the T, that is temperature. So K is equal to A exponential factor minus E upon RT. This temperature and this Kelvin. If this is 300 and this is K, and if this is 310, this will become 2K. So that is the idea that was given by Arrhenius. Now we go further to drive one expression for the numerical purpose. See, this Arrhenius equation in this form, if anything is asked in the exam like activation energy or the rate constant value or anything related with this, then in this form it is difficult to calculate the values. So what we have to do, we will convert into the logarithm form. First we will convert in the natural log form and then if it is needed then we will convert into the common log form. So first we will try to convert it into the natural log form. So the same equation we will convert into natural log. So remember this, K is equal to A exponential factor minus E upon RT. Both the sides we will take log. Then what do we get? See, ln K, ln is natural log and I already told you 1 ln is equal to 2.303 log. Both the sides we take log. This is ln K is equal to ln A and plus ln exponential factor minus E upon RT. Log में those things which are in the multiplied form, that comes in the plus form. So ln K is equal to ln A plus ln exponential factor minus E upon RT. Here it is in the product form. In the log it comes in the plus form. Now ln K is equal to ln A. This power comes here because there is a logarithm rule. Log m power n, that is equal to n log m. So power comes this side. So ln exponential factor minus E upon RT, this minus E upon RT come this side, ln E remains as it is. And according to the logarithm rule, ln E is equal to 1. So we remove this. So what the skeletal equation we get? Ln K is equal to ln A minus E upon RT. This is the basic skeletal equation and with the help of this we will drive an expression for the numerical purpose. So ln K is equal to ln A minus E upon RT. Now with the help of this skeletal equation, we will make two equations. In the first equation we will write K1 and T1, and the second expression we will write K2 and this T2. See, ln K1 is equal to ln A minus E upon RT1, and the second is ln K2 is equal to ln A minus E upon RT2. Now what we will do? By subtracting equation 3 from 4, we will subtract this equation from this equation. So remember, we will subtract this equation number 3 from equation number 4. Then ln K2 minus ln K1 equal to this as a whole minus this as a whole. It means ln A minus E upon RT2 minus, in the bracket it will come ln A minus E upon RT1. When you open the bracket, it will come plus. See, ln A minus E upon RT2, this minus, or inside the bracket it will come minus. When you open the bracket, it will come plus. Now see, ln A plus ln A minus, that is cancelled out. E upon RT1, this is positive, and E upon RT2, this is negative. So positive one we write first. So ln K2 minus ln K1 is equal to E upon RT1 minus E upon RT2. In the log, the things which are in the subtraction form, that comes in this way, like difference form, upon form. So ln K2 upon K1, this becomes ln K2 upon K1 is equal to E upon R, that is common, what is inside left, 1 upon T1 minus 1 upon T2. This is the expression. And now see, afterwards, this ln now we convert into the common log, and 1 ln is equal to 2.303 log. So this ln we convert into 2.303 log. Log we keep it this side only, 2.303 we bring to the right side, and when we bring right side, it comes down. So log K2 upon K1 is equal to E upon 2.303 R, and inside the bracket 1 upon T1 minus 1 upon T2. Now in a more simple way we can write like this: log K2 upon K1 is equal to E upon 2.303 R. We take the LCM T1 T2, and what is left here, that is T2 minus T1. So this is the expression which we will use for those type of numerical in which the two temperature and the two constant, they are discussed in the question. Again I am telling you, if suppose that T1 is 300 and at 300 the constant is K, if the temperature is increased by 10 Kelvin and the T2 becomes 310, then the K2 that automatically becomes 2K. That idea was given by Arrhenius. Now we will see the validity for this expression. Validity means we will try to prove that whether this expression which is derived by the Arrhenius, that is correct or it is wrong. So what we will do, we will convert the Arrhenius expression into y is equal to mx plus c, and y is equal to mx plus c idea already you might have studied in the 10th class in math. That is a equation for the linear expression, and if the data are correct, then we get the linear or state graph. So these all the things which we have discussed here on this page, these things are right or wrong. For that we will see the skeletal equation. If the skeletal equation is correct and we prove the validity for that skeletal equation, then these things also that will be correct, because in this only we have the added and subtracted and multiplied the things. But if the things are correct, then basic skeletal equation that we will see. And what was the basic skeletal equation? That is ln K is equal to ln A minus E upon RT, and we take that skeletal equation first and we will try to prove that whether it is right or wrong. So this is the basic skeletal equation: ln K is equal to ln A minus E upon RT. Now this Arrhenius equation in the single form we will convert into the log. Let's say this is ln 2.303 log, this is ln 2.303 log, and when we simplify this, then we will get this expression: log K is equal to log A minus E upon 2.303 RT. and we will try to prove the validity for this expression, and we'll convert it into y is equal to mx plus c. How? We can write this expression this way: log k is equal to minus, we bring this side, minus e upon 2.303 r मल्टीप्लाई बाई 1 अपॉन टी. ये t जो है इसको हम सेपरेट कर लेंगे 1 अपॉन टी, और ये log है दैट कम्स दिस साइड. तो दिस इज लाइक y, दिस इज लाइक m, this is like x, and this is like c. And already you have studied when we plot a graph on the basis of this y is equal to mx plus c, then we plot the graph between y and x, that is y and x, and in that case m will be called as slope. So we will plot the graph between this log k and 1 upon t. And when we plot the graph between the log k and 1 upon t, and if the graph comes a straight line, that proves the validity for that expression. And now see the graph. This is the graph. This is log k and this is 1 upon t. And when we plot the graph between log k and 1 upon t, it comes a straight line graph. And in this, the slope of the time, that is equal to minus e upon 2.303, or because already I told you, if we plot the graph between log k and 1 upon t, then this will be called as slope. The slope is equal to minus e upon 2.303 r. So log k 1 upon 2, slope is equal to minus e upon 2.303 r. And in this, if in the numerical the slope is given and it is asked you to calculate the activation energy, then also you can get the formula activation energy is equal to minus 2.303 r into slope. If this you need to calculate, slope multiply by 2.303 r. So with the help of this graph we can prove and we can validate the expression. Now we come to the awaited topic, and that is activation energy. And how do we define the activation energy? That we'll see with the help of this graph. See, in this, suppose two reactants are there, that is H2 and I2, and both these reacting molecules, suppose they are reacting to each other. Remember, as I told you, whenever the two reactants they react together, they react in only one condition, that the molecules of the reacting species, they must collide to each other. If they collide, the collision takes place, then only the products are formed. लेकिन उन collisions को करने के लिए भी एक certain energy चाहिए. If that certain energy the reactants they contain, then only there is a possibility of the formation of the product. And if that energy, suppose if I am going to fight with somebody, then at least one time, for the one moment, we will think whether I can fight with that person or not. I must have the minimum energy required to fight with that person. If I have that much amount of energy, then we will try to fight, and that minimum energy, that is called threshold energy. So the reacting species and their molecules, if they have the minimum energy to react and to form the product, and that minimum energy is called threshold energy. If they have the energy equal to threshold energy, they react and they form the product. But if the energy is less than threshold energy, then the reacting molecules, they do not react, they do not collide, and they do not form the product. तो अब हम क्या देखेंगे, जैसे मान लीजिए H2 and I2 है, they are the reacting molecules and they are reacting together, but they are whatever the energy at this time they have, that is called normal energy, and this is the normal energy level. Here I am writing the potential energy, and this is the reaction coordinate, and this is H2 plus I2. At this time, whatever the energy they have, that is called normal energy. ठीक? For the reaction to react, these molecules, they should have the minimum energy required, and that minimum energy required is called threshold energy. If the energy of these molecules reach to this level, then only they can react. But unfortunately, these reacting molecules, they do not have that much amount of energy to react. तो ऐसे में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, those reacting molecules which are not reacting at all because the energy is very less, we supply the energy from the outside, either in the form of chemical energy or in the form of heat energy or in the form of any other energy. So that extra amount of energy which is to be supplied to the reacting molecules to make the energy level equal to threshold energy from their normal energy is called activation energy. Remember again, the molecules what the energy they have that is called normal energy, लेकिन उसको हमको पहुंचाना है कहां तक, थ्रेशोल्ड एनर्जी तक. तो थ्रेशोल्ड एनर्जी तक पहुंचाने में जो एनर्जी प्रोवाइड की जाएगी दैट इज कॉल्ड एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी. The amount of energy which is to be supplied to the reacting molecules to make their energy level equal to threshold energy from their normal energy is called activation energy. I hope it is clear to you this topic, activation energy. Our next topic, and that is pseudo first order reaction. What is the meaning of pseudo first order? Pseudo means false, and first order already you know. Why it is called false? Actually, order of reaction में I have defined you the two definitions of order of reaction. One definition of the order of reaction I told you, the sum of the stoichiometric coefficient of all the reacting species in a chemical reaction, that is called order of reaction. And one more fine definition I have explained you, that the sum of the stoichiometric coefficient of all those reacting species whose concentration change with time. And definitely when the reactant they react together, their concentration definitely will change. And if their concentration changes, उनके जो stoichiometric coefficient का sum है that is called order of reaction. बात वही है, लेकिन दोनों definition में थोड़ा सा minor सा फर्क है. एक definition में हम ये कहेंगे simply the sum of the stoichiometric coefficient of all the reacting species is called order of reaction. Second definition में हम कहेंगे the sum of the stoichiometric coefficient of all those reacting species whose concentration change with time. अब जो second definition है इसको mind में रखिए and try to understand pseudo first order reaction. देखिए, in this the two reacting molecules are there, CH3COO C2H5. It is called ethyl acetate and that is called ester. When it dissolves in the water, then they form CH3COH, that is carboxylic acid, and C2H5OH, and that is alcohol. When the ester is dissolved in the water, then water here in this process is used as a solvent. And those processes in which the water is used as a solvent, their concentration change with time is almost negligible. इसको आप ऐसे समझ सकते हैं जैसे सपोज 1 glass of water I take and a very minute pinch of any compound which react with the water that we put in the water. हमने एक गिलास पानी में कोई छोटा सा कंपाउंड उसमें डाल दिया जो पानी से रिएक्ट करता हो, तो जो कंपाउंड है that will completely react with the water. क्या सारा वाटर भी completely रिएक्ट कर जाएगा कंपाउंड से? नो, रिएक्ट करेगा वाटर बट टू ए मिनिमम एक्सटेंट, और इतना मिनिमम एक्सटेंट कि उसके जब कंसंट्रेशन चेंज है उसको टाइम के साथ हम लोग नेग्लेक्ट कर देते हैं. सो रिमेंबर दोज टाइप ऑफ प्रोसेस इन विच द वाटर इज यूज्ड एज ए सॉल्वेंट. When any reactant is dissolved in the water, any reactant is added to the water, the compound completely react with the water, but the water completely does not react with the water. It reacts but to a very very small extent. This much small extent that their concentration change with time is neglected. और हम ये मानेंगे कि टाइम के साथ वाटर का कंसंट्रेशन चेंज ही नहीं हुआ. तो जब हम देखेंगे इस इक्वेशन को, तो वैसे तो हम इन जनरल अगर हम देखें तो हमें लगेगा कि इसका कंसंट्रेशन भी टाइम के साथ चेंज हो रहा, इसका कंसंट्रेशन भी टाइम के साथ चेंज हो रहा है. तो देखने में ये आपको ऐसी लगेगी कि ये सेकंड ऑर्डर है और ये बाईमॉलिक्यूलर रिएक्शन है, लेकिन एक्चुअल में केवल एक ही कंपाउंड का जो कंसंट्रेशन है दैट इज चेंजिंग विद टाइम. तो देखने में सेकंड ऑर्डर बाईमॉलिक्यूलर रिएक्शन, बट एक्चुअली इट इज फर्स्ट ऑर्डर. सच टाइप ऑफ प्रोसेस आर कॉल्ड pseudo first order reaction. So how do we define the pseudo first order reaction? So those type of process in which the water is used as a solvent, in those type of compound the water concentration change is neglected during the process. So only जो वन कंपाउंड है जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस ईस्टर, इसका कंसंट्रेशन तो टाइम के साथ चेंज होगा, लेकिन वाटर का कंसंट्रेशन टाइम के साथ चेंज नहीं होगा. इसलिए दोज प्रोसेस विच लुक लाइक सेकेंड ऑर्डर, विच लुक लाइक बाईमॉलिक्यूलर, बट एक्चुअली दे आर फर्स्ट ऑर्डर, दे आर कॉल्ड pseudo first order reactions or pseudo first order process. Now our last topic is driving an expression for the first order in the gaseous phase. if any process is going on in the gaseous form, then how do we derive an expression for that gaseous first order reaction? जो हम लोगों ने पीछे बैक साइड पर in the previous videos we have studied the first order expression and the first order reaction. These all things they were in the concentration form. किस सॉल्यूशन में कितना सॉल्यूट है दैट बी डिफाइंड बाय कंसंट्रेशन. किस डब्बे में कितनी गैस है दैट बी डिफाइंड बाय प्रेशर. तो हम लोग उसी तरीके का फर्स्ट ऑर्डर एक्सप्रेशन बनाएंगे. वी विल ड्राइव बट इन द gaseous process. Suppose any numerical is given and all the reacting species they are in the gaseous form, then which formula we will use to calculate the rate constant as well as the time period. So let's see. Suppose this is the reactant A in the gaseous form and they are the product B and C, and here initial time, initial pressure is the P initial and the initial pressure is of the product that is always taken as 0. जैसे initial concentration of the product is always taken as 0, ऐसे ही if the gaseous process is there then the initial pressure is also taken as 0. तो initial pressure of the reactant that is P initial pressure of the product that is 0. Now the reaction begins. Reaction start. After time t, maybe after 10 minutes, after 20 minutes, some part of the gases will react. जब गैसेस रिएक्ट करेंगी तो कुछ प्रेशर कम होगा. कितना प्रेशर कम होगा? मान लीजिए x कम हो गया. x इज द रिएक्टेड पार्ट ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट. जब रिएक्टेंट रिएक्ट करेंगे तो उनका प्रेशर भी कम होगा. कितना प्रेशर कम होगा? x कम होगा. तो 10 मिनट्स के बाद बचेगा कितना? P initial minus x. रिमेंबर दिस इज P initial. आफ्टर 20 मिनट्स the left pressure is P initial minus x. And what did I tell you? The products are formed from the reacted part of the reactant. If x is the reacted part, then product will be x and x. और ये इक्विलिब्रियम का रूल है कि अगर x पार्ट रिएक्टेंट का रिएक्ट कर रहा है तो प्रोडक्ट चाहे 2 हो, चाहे 3 हो, चाहे 4 हो, सब बनेंगे x x x x x like that. This is equilibrium. क्योंकि जो भी प्रोडक्ट बनेंगे A B C D या D E F G, they are obtained, they are produced from the reacted part. इसमें ऐसे नहीं सोचना है कि x react होगा तो 2 बार x कैसे लिख सकते हैं. x is the reacted part and the products which will be formed, that will be formed from the x of the reacted part. So this P initial minus x, that is the left part after time t, and this is the product form. This left part that can also be written as PA, क्योंकि हम लोगों ने एक फार्मूला पढ़ा था फर्स्ट ऑर्डर का, and that is K is equal to 2.303 upon T log A initial upon A. जो A initial है यहाँ पर हम लेंगे P initial, और जो नीचे को हम लोग A लेते थे इन स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट A, उसको हम सिंपली लेंगे PA, क्योंकि वो था कंसंट्रेशन और ये है प्रेशर. तो हमारा एक्सप्रेशन इसको हम लोग जो है वो लिखेंगे PA. तो PA को इक्वेट करेंगे P initial minus x. We will equate it. P is equal to P initial minus x. So P is equal to P initial, x is the consumed part. If in the numerical this consumed part is given directly, it's okay. Otherwise, if it is not given directly, then we have to calculate. कैसे? एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम के बाद जिस डब्बे में ये रिएक्शन हो रही है उसका टोटल प्रेशर कितना होगा? P टोटल. तो उसका टोटल प्रेशर होगा ये बचा हुआ प्रेशर और ये बना हुआ प्रेशर. 20 मिनट रिएक्शन प्रोसीड की तो 20 मिनट्स के बाद में जो टोटल प्रेशर है वो कितना होगा? ये P initial minus x plus x plus x. रिएक्टेंट का बचा हुआ प्रेशर, प्रोडक्ट का बना हुआ प्रेशर. तो दैट इज P total is equal to P initial minus x plus x plus x. तो Pt is equal to this minus x plus x cancel. Pt is equal to P initial plus x और x is equal to Pt minus P initial. And this value of x we will put here. X Pt minus P initial. We will solve P initial minus Pt plus P initial. P initial that becomes 2P initial minus Pt. It means the value of the PA that is equal to 2P initial minus Pt. Now we will see in the expression how do we use this. First order expression for those process which are occur in the concentration form, उसके लिए जो हम लोगों ने फार्मूला ड्राइव किया था पहले वो हमारा था K is equal to 2.303 upon T log. यहाँ पे लिखते थे A initial और यहाँ पे लिखते थे इन स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट A, लेकिन अब यहाँ लिखेंगे P initial upon PA, और PA को हमने इक्वेट किया है P initial minus x से, और फिर इसको सॉल्व किया है बाय पुटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ x, देन फाइनली वी गेट p initial upon 2p initial minus pt. Which formula in this we will use? Either p initial upon pa or p initial upon p initial minus x or p initial upon 2p initial minus pt. Which formula we will use in this, that depends upon the numerical what the values are given to you. लेकिन इन तीनों की वैल्यू आपस में बराबर है. p initial upon pa equal to this. Either we use this p initial upon pa or we use this or we use this. And this is the final expression for those type of process which occur in the gaseous form. K is equal to 2.303 upon T log P initial upon 2P initial minus Pt. Now this second chapter, first chapter I have explained you the solution, and this is the next chapter which I have completed, and that is the chemical kinetics. Now this chapter is also over and completed. Now I hope that all of you will study it well, carefully, and any doubts and difficulties you may ask personally. Thank you.